Okay, here we go. Here is the float. Okay, here are the two leads from the float. Power in, power out. Here is the wire from the panel. 120, ground, and neutral. And then here is the plug to the motor, to the pump. 120, neutral, and ground. So let's draw what we know that we have. Okay, so we've got a pump. And off that pump, we have a power cord. We're going to cut it. We've got a ground. We've got a neutral. And we have a lead, right? Every 120 device has a ground, a neutral, and a lead. And we got from the panel. The panel is delivering us a 120 circuit with a ground, a neutral, and a 120 lead. And then we got a float switch. And when the float switch is in the up position, the ball falls down and makes it where the circuit is completed. So power then can flow from one lead into the other lead. So we have two leads here. Okay, got a lead and lead. It's a switch. Okay, so when I go out there, I'm going to find the power from the panel, and I'm going to connect the black, okay, to this one. To say I'll go black on the float switch. So then the power will go through the float switch. If it's in the upward position, if water is in the tank and the float has floated up, then the ball will fall down from gravity and make the circuit. Send the power through it, and then, of course, power to the pump. Boom, power to the pump. Circuit needs to be completed to be able to flow back to the panel. So we'll tie the white neutral from the pump switch to the white neutral from the power coming from the panel. And then, of course, connect the grounds together so everything is grounded and safe. The ground communicates back to the panel. Okay, little check before we flip the breaker. And I'll just start here with panel power. We got panel power 120 black right here going into, connected to the black side of what? We follow this guy out of this grommet, goes to the float. Okay, so 120 from the panel to the black on the float. Okay, and then also on the float, out of the float, it comes power. When it makes contact, comes power through this, through the white wire right here. So this is tied to the black, to the lead going down to the pump, and out of this grommet right here goes to the pump. Okay, so power into the pump. Pump turns on, makes circuit, and then there is the neutral. And this neutral needs to go back to the neutral on the neutral bar of the panel, which it is. So it's tied to the white on the panel wire. And then tie the grounds together. Ground from the pump and ground from the panel. Okay. We are wired correctly, so I'm going to have Chris turn the breaker on, and we will pull this float tree right here. Not much of a tree, it's just one float, but we'll pull it and manually operate it. Ground wire, okay, here we go. I'm going to break this loose. I'll just pull it up, really. Okay, here we go. We got pump on. Pump off. Pump on. Pump off. Good. Wow, that is a quiet pump. perfect right to the top.